Timely Parental Engagement Part 3. Bad cop.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I've got anything bad cop at the moment, but what we finished off with, he talked about dads and daughters. Well, of course, I'm thinking of my daughter, and she was cute, and she could bat her eyes at me, and it took about, I don't know how many times, not very many, before I realized I've already trained her that batting the eyes means I can get what I want. And so I had to say, nope, you can bat your eyes, you can look cute, but here's the plan, and you're going to follow it. And I didn't have to be that harsh. She's a good kid, but I had to realize I was being manipulated. And I'm not speaking evil of her, but kids instinctively know this. It's like, I'm hungry, I'm whatever, I want what I want. That's a kid. And that's part of what you're training out of them, is that there's more than I want what I want. They'll never grow up if that's their understanding of the world. Is that a little bit of bad cop there?
A little. I was speaking with a police officer who happened to be, he handled canines, a canine, and he pointed out several things. One thing he pointed out is nobody gets to pet that working police dog. They don't want, because that is part of a reward system, but they don't want the dog, and I'm paraphrasing this part, but they don't want the dog thinking that the dog is cute. Okay, so the dog who does want attention, by the way, just like a child would, so they don't want that dog getting attention just for being a cute doggy. Okay, they want to give that dog positive reinforcement for a job well done, a job done correctly. Then they treat the dog to various rewards, including petting or whatever. But they will never want you to just pet the dog randomly because it's a dog. So think about this in terms of child training. If we always dote upon a child and give them lavish amounts of attention and petting just because they're cute, well, then the next thing you know, they're going to be cute on purpose to get more petting. And then if there's any ill will going on or misbehavior or rebellion, then the first thing they do is put on the cute suit so that they dodge any kind of punishments. And we've essentially been hoodwinked by this adorable little child. And they are adorable, and God made them adorable so that we would adore them and care for them and provide for them and train them.
Okay. Train them.
We're supposed to love them enough to train them. So not just enough. See, it's a cowardly thing. Come on, guys, moms. It's a cowardly thing to dote on a child and to lavish affection and attention on them, but not be willing to bring in punishments when necessary and certainly training all the time. Because anybody can pet a puppy, but it takes somebody with a little bit of, constitution to actually train a puppy. Same way with a child. Gosh, anybody can dote on a child and love and show affection to a child. Great. But somebody needs to be the adult in the house that's willing to pay the price to train that child. So there's the deal.
And ultimately, they will keep pushing the boundaries until, this is what we call acting out, till you set a boundary, because that boundary tells them this person really cares about me. They really love me. Because if you just let them do whatever they want, there's some part of that doesn't ring true as I don't feel loved. The boundary, which you feel like you're being the bad guy to set the boundary, but there's some part of that until they know there's a boundary, that there's something that somebody else is watching out for me and I can't cross this line because they're watching out for me, they're not really feeling the love and attention that they really need. Rather than the doting attention that you've been talking about.
Which causes insecurities.
Absolutely.
In children. I just throwing this out there on that point, I know now I probably didn't fully intellectually understand as a little child, but I know I felt it in my heart, that whatever severity my dad had ever used on me, I mean, as far as punishment or training or, whatever, I knew he would use that much severity or far more in my behalf.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever, in case y'all didn't catch that, if he would, loving me and caring for me, if he would spank me and impose some pain on my behind, what would happen if someone tried to hurt me? What if someone tried to kidnap me? What if someone tried to rape me or something like that? There wasn't a lot of gay people running around when I was a little kid, but had they tried to rape my sister or whatever, put it that way. Well, I could understand, I had security because I could comprehend that same force that imposed discipline and care on me would also be probably explosive force if someone was trying to hurt me.